Good evening. It's 11:45 p.m. on a Thursday night. We're going to go over Exodus chapter 35. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, These are the words which the Lord hath commanded, that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of the rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. And this is in a lot of verses in Exodus, as far as I've noticed. This is in a lot of verses in Exodus, and God really puts emphasis on it. So, yeah. Let's continue on to verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day, which means don't even cook or bake on the Sabbath, or don't throw the rest of your brush into the fire after you just got done working, cutting brush or whatever they did back in the day. But no cooking, no baking, no throwing in the rest of the brush or none of that. So let's continue on to verse 4. And Moses spake unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, This is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, Take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord. Whosoever is of a willing heart, let him bring it, an offering of the Lord, gold and silver and brass, and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair, and rams' skins dyed red, and badger skins and shittim wood, and oil for the light, and spices for anointing oil, and for the sweet incense, and onyx stones and stones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate. You know, the ephod and the breastplate. And every wise-hearted among you shall come. Let's continue on verse 10. And every wise-hearted among you shall come and make all that the Lord hath commanded. The tabernacle, his tent, and his covering, his taches, and his boards, his bars, his pillars, and his sockets, the ark and the staves thereof, with the mercy seat, and the veil of the covering, the table and his staves, and all his vessels, and the shewbread, the candlestick also for the light, and his furniture, and his lamps, with the oil for the light, and the incense altar, and his staves, and the anointing oil, and the sweet incense, and the hanging for the door at the entering in of the tabernacle. The altar of burnt offering with his brazen grate, his staves, and all his vessels, the laver and its foot. The hangings of the court, his pillars, and their sockets, and the hanging for the door, and the hanging for the door of the court. The pins of the tabernacle, and the pins of the court, and their cords. The cloths of service to do service in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister in the priest's office. And all the congregation of the children of Israel departed from the presence of Moses, and they came, every one whose heart stirred him up, and every one whom his spirit made willing, and they brought the Lord's offering to the work of the tabernacle of the congregation, and for all his service, and for the holy garments. And they came, both men and women, as many as were willing-hearted, and bought bracelets and earrings and rings and tablets, all jewels of gold. And every man that offered an offering of gold unto the Lord, and every man with whom was found blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair and red skins of rams and badger skins, bought them. Every one that did offer an offering of silver and brass bought the Lord's offering, and every man with whom was found shittim wood for any work of the service bought it. And all the women that were wise-hearted did spin with their hands, and bought that which they had spun, both of blue and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine linen. And all the women whose hearts stirred them up in wisdom spun goat's hair, and the rulers bought onyx stones and stones to be set for the ephod and for the breastplate, and spice and oil for the light, and for the anointing oil, and for the sweet incense. The children of Israel bought a willing offering unto the Lord, every man and woman whose heart made them willing, to bring for all manner of work which the Lord had commanded, to be made by the hand of Moses. And Moses said unto the children of Israel, See, the Lord hath called by name Bezaleel the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and he hath filled him with the... Okay, so basically, from verse, let's see, from verse 4 all the way up until verse 30, it's basically from verse 4 all the way up into verse 30. Moses said through the words of God to the children of Israel to have a giving heart unto the Lord, and make his tabernacle the way that he wants it, and to dress how he wants you to dress as part of a role in the place of worship. So let's continue reading from verse 31. And he hath filled him with the Spirit of God in wisdom and understanding and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship, and to devise curious works, to work in gold and in silver and in brass, and in the cutting of stones to set them, and in the carving of wood to make any manner of cunning work. And he hath put in his heart that he may teach, both he and Aholiab the son of Ahishamat of the tribe of Dan. Them hath he filled with wisdom of heart, to work all manners of work of the engraver, and of the cunning workman, and of the embroiderer in blue, and in purple and scarlet, and in fine linen, and of the weaver, even of them that do any work, and of those that devise cunning work. So Moses, this is the end of chapter 35 in Exodus. Moses also said through the words of God to the children of Israel that if they do this, they will receive God's blessing and wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And we were all given jobs to do. Some are tough and hard labor. Some are basic, but we all have a unique role in this society. And that's all I have to say about Exodus chapter 35. Thank you for chiming in, and have a good night.